Choso ran up from behind trying to sneak him, but Naoya teleports right behind his ass and absolutely starts punishing this man. Starts hitting him with combos I've never seen before. He's not even taking the fight seriously. He starts slicking his hair back like he Aizen. So we start off at the Zenin clan temple. Naoya being Naoya is talking down on women and his cousins like the misogynistic man he is. He definitely watches red pill content. He's there to hear his father, Nobito Zenin's will, after he got burnt to a crisp by Jogo in Shibuya. We found out that he inherited the clan head position and his assets. Although he's cool with most of his inheritance, he hears something that completely pisses him off. He basically hears that if Gojo dies before he does, or just damn near goes brain dead to the point where he can't use Limitless, then a covenant with Toji will be fulfilled. That literally means Megumi will be welcomed into the Zenin clan and become the new head and inherit everything, replacing the misogynist. And Naoya isn't going for it. Instead of just talking it through, he decides to just go on a full-blown manhunt. Maki's mother tells him that Megumi is looking for Yuji and that Yuji is Sukun's vessel, and he just don't give a fuck. He's like, even better, I'll kill them both. 2 birds with 1 stone. This man is determined to be the clan head, even if he gotta murder his family. Yuji and Choso are deep in the heart of Tokyo, eliminating as many cursed spirits as possible. After taking out some cursed spirits and Choso gassing up his little brother, Naoya pulls up. He ends up finding out that Megumi isn't there with Yuji, so instead of just leaving, he decides that he's going to kill Yuji because he doesn't want him running around causing a ruckus. He teleports down to Yuji and stuck him right in his mouth. I really don't know what else you call it. So Naoya stuck him and Yuji falls flat on his ass. Can we also talk about this pose he hit? That shit was tough. Choso ran up from behind trying to sneak him, but Naoya teleports right behind his ass and absolutely starts punishing this man. Starts hitting him with combos I've never seen before. He's not even taking the fight seriously. He starts slicking his hair back like he Aizen. Choso had enough and swung on him. Yuji came in with the assist and threw a rock at his ass, but he moves out the way in time. And right as they were about to get serious, Yuta pulls up looking for Yuji. Zesty ass pose, goddamn. Alright, for here, let's just try to keep this bit short. We all know why Yuta pulled up to Tokyo. He's going to kill Yuji as he is his executioner. Since he's in a binding vow, he doesn't really have a choice, so he has to end this man. Naoya made a deal that he will take care of Choso while Yuta targets and eliminates Yuji. And in exchange, Yuta will not report Yuji's death to the higher ups. So Yuta leaves to chase down Yuji, and we are left with Choso and Naoya to run the ones. Also, I just recently figured out that while rewatching this fight, Naoya actually kicked Choso's piercing blood attack out the way. That shit was low-key sick to look at. But anyways, Naoya and Choso are chatting it up. Naoya would think he got Choso all figured out, explaining his own technique to him. He basically said he's cooked because in order to use piercing blood, it would take convergence, which takes a long ass time to charge up. But Choso said fuck that. Since Naoya attacked Yuji, Choso being the cool big brother he is, said that he's going to kill Naoya for attacking him. W big bro. Naoya and Choso are in the highway tunnels. I have no idea how they ended up there. Maybe they fought a bit and ended up going inside. Naoya uses his projection sorcery to rush at Choso and punches him square in his face. Choso gets pushed up against the wall and Naoya is not letting up. Got this man backed up into the wall, showering him with fists to the face, but was not giving him no chance to breathe. Naoya is here for blood, no pun intended. But man, let me tell you, Choso was indeed in a pickle. Bro was getting pummeled with blows to the face, even being transformed into the glass frame. Choso was literally stuck, saying that he was way too quick in figuring out his technique. Naoya isn't the type to just say his technique out in the open, so he literally had nothing to go off of. He couldn't even charge up convergence to use piercing blood either. After Choso ate the fuck out them punches, getting up like it was nothing, Naoya starts questioning Choso's existence and his techniques. He wants to know why he's so durable and how he can use blood manipulation. Naoya teleports away and tries to run up to Choso to catch him lacking, but Choso sensed or heard him coming. I really don't know. Maybe it was both. He was able to predict where Naoya was going to be, throwing a punch in that direction. Naoya dodged it, obviously, but took note of that, quite literally realizing that Choso is starting to keep up with him. So Naoya wasted no time and stabbed his ass right in his stomach like he's from the UK. This man Naoya keeps a whole ass blade in his pocket and stabs his opponent every time he has a feeling the fight isn't going in his favor. So from here, Naoya thinks he has Choso beat, believing that Choso can't fix a stab wound and fight him at the same time. So as Choso literally bleeds out, keep note of that. They start having a conversation mid-battle about their brothers and siblings in general. We figure out that Naoya hates his older brothers because he sees them as weak, inferior, and unworthy of being his seniors in the Zenin clan. This arrogant, narcissistic, misogynist sees his older brothers as nothing more than a hindrance. Choso completely disagrees with his belief, saying that older brothers move as an example to their younger brothers. He tries to make Naoya believe that his older brothers being weak is what probably made him strong. And as inspiring those words were, Naoya's dumbass completely fell for the bait and got distracted. He looked down and saw that Choso was literally making a huge ass puddle of blood on their feet. Naoya wasted no time and got the fuck up out of there. We get the most crazy cinematic shots and amazing camera movements of Naoya using his projection sorcery to outrun Choso's giant tsunami of blood. Choso basically did this by converting his cursed energy into blood. Since he's a death painting, Choso cannot die from blood loss until all of his cursed energy dries up. So that stab wound Naoya did earlier literally did nothing. Common Naoya L. Naoya is literally doing everything he can to keep that blood from touching him. Got this nigga doing some crazy ass aerobics and using every inch of that highway to dodge it. The blood ends up stopping finally. Choso ready around the corner with his hands together. Naoya is still being as cocky as ever, reminded Choso that he can still move with ease regardless of the blood heavying his feet. Naoya, with his projection sorcery, divides his moves into 24 frames to quickly get close to Choso. In his head, he thinks he has him beat, but still questions, why isn't this nigga fighting back? Oh boy, that's the worst question he could have asked. Choso uses his supernova ability, which is a powerful blood manipulation technique created by Choso himself. It acts as an omnidirectional shotgun-like blast of blood. Instead of charging Convergence for piercing blood, Choso charged it to compress the blood into multiple small orbs, then released them all at once in all directions. This attack effectively made it a close to mid-range, undodgeable attack. It was raps from the very beginning. So this all hit Naoya point blank, as like I said before, it was unable to be dodged. Now we got Naoya flat on his ass, gagging and choking. Choso walks up to finish the job, but Yuta pulls up and knocks his ass out.